Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to be coming through today's reading. I'm really going to let the cards sort of guide the reading here today. So if you would like to transmit your energy in a stronger way, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. So feel free to set any intentions you might have for the reading, either by thinking them out loud or typing them in the comments section, or I guess thinking them or speaking them out loud, either way. Okay, so the first card I have here is the Angel of Love card in the upright position, but also Door to Value reversed, Deceit reversed, the Throat Chakra reversed, and the Sun. Wow, that was a really big kind of stream of cards to come through here. So what I'm getting with these cards is there is someone coming up here who isn't feeling worthy of you, with Door to Value reversed. And I'm actually very specifically hearing that something about interacting with you has actually illuminated to this person ways in which at first I was going to say that they feel like they're falling short, but my guides actually kind of rephrased that to say ways in which they could be better, ways that they could really become this better version of themselves. And it's almost like something about connecting with you actually motivated this person to want to become that better person. And I specifically heard to step up. And this is very surprising for them, because I get the sense that this is a person who doesn't typically feel affected in this way. So it's not often that they meet someone. I'm hearing self-satisfied. It's almost like this is someone who was pretty comfortable with where they were. I keep hearing something about a forest for some reason. But this is someone who was very comfortable with where they were, either in their life, in their career, in their relationship. They have this energy of comfortability. And I feel like until they met you, they'd never really encountered someone who inspired them to be better, not through anything that you were specifically saying to them. I don't feel like you were telling this person to be better in certain ways. Very much the opposite. You just hold this graceful, unconditionally loving, and yet very powerful energy. And somehow that's the very energy that made this person want to step up in some kind of way. However, I'm hearing you triggered the silence. It's like when you triggered this feeling within them that they wanted to step up, that they wanted to be better, naturally what came along with that was that feeling of also noticing all of the ways in which they may be falling short of really being the person that they want to be. I'm hearing that even if this is a romantic connection for you, which I'm getting that for many of you, this is romantic in nature, the way that you've affected this person is so far beyond just love and romance, because somehow meeting you is very intertwined with them being motivated onto a higher pathway in their life generally, like when it comes to their personal path, their purpose in the world, bettering themselves in some way. And I feel right now like the energy happening most likely as of whenever you find this reading, because these readings are timeless. So I intend in these reading videos that whenever you are going through something related to the messages that you manifest in seeing that particular video. But with the throat chakra reversed and the deceit card reversed, I feel like this represents where this person is at the moment, that there is a silence, that there's no communication here, and yet a lot of truth is coming to light. And I feel that there is a lot coming to the surface. I'm seeing like this major uprooting process. I'm hearing something about farming that could be relevant to someone here. Maybe someone lives out in the country or something along those lines. But I feel as though something is being uprooted within this person. A truth is coming to light, but it's almost like they're processing these truth realizations in the silence. They're not necessarily being vocal about it. Now, ultimately, I see this uprooting process leading to the Sun card energy, leading to some kind of potential new beginning here. I'm seeing doors opening up, like sliding doors. And I feel right now you are standing behind some kind of closed door. But I feel that the message coming through is that as this truth comes to light within this person, even though things appear to be very silent right now, those doors are going to open. Now, of course, I'm also being urged to say that it's up to you whether or not when those doors open, you want to step through that doorway. Because, of course, I never advocate for waiting. I always say choose whatever is best for you, for your highest good. And in many cases, that may involve disconnecting from that person if that's what you feel is best for you. But I also am just getting a message very strongly that something that appears to be closed is going to open. But I think it's interesting that in my visualization, these are like automatic doors, almost like the sensor activated ones. They're not the doors that you can just open manually. So I feel like there's a message that these doors are going to open, but it's going to happen automatically. And it's almost like that sensor in the doors that's usually a motion sensor. It's, in this metaphor, a sensor for when this person is going to be ready to move into this new beginning. And those doors will not open until that so-called sensor is triggered in these automatic doors. I know this is kind of a strange metaphor, but that's what I'm picking up on here. I'm seeing something about a trumpet or some kind of brass musical instrument, so that could be relevant for someone listening here. But trumpets also, I think about them announcing something, like for royalty or something like that. So I'm hearing something about this person announcing themselves or announcing something, announcing their presence in some way. Once again, a major message coming through this reading, and I saw the number 808 for someone. A major message seems to be that you are not going to be the one pushing this forward, that this situation, in fact, seems to defy being forced into place. It's like the ball is in this other person's court here, and they are having these realizations of truth, which are ultimately meant to open some kind of door between you automatically. I'm curious what this person is announcing. How is this person announcing something? The garden and the gate. I know this is such a strange message, but what's coming through is protect your energy, protect yourself, because when this person announces whatever they're going to announce, you're going to hear it. There's no risk of you missing the announcement, is what I'm getting. I'm not sure why it's coming through in that way, but maybe someone here has been worried that if they fully pull back in the ways that are healthy for them, and if they detach from this person or situation or focus on themselves, there may be this fear coming up here, like, what if I miss an opportunity to communicate with this person? What if I'm not in their vicinity when they're ready to move forward? What if I make myself so inaccessible that they can't reach me if they do decide to reach out or communicate or want to move this forward? And I'm just getting a very strong message that this person knows how to reach you. Now, maybe that means psychically, spiritually, But I feel in many cases, this is literal. Like they have outlets and avenues, whether it's through their phone, through social media, through some kind of platform, through a mutual person or friends. I feel like there is a thread, or maybe even multiple threads, tying you and this person together, even in this silence. And I just keep getting a message that it's like, you know where to find me, you know how to reach me. And this might really be something to affirm to yourself. You could even write in the comments section, they know how to reach me. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, we have cornucopia. So I really see this being what you are manifesting here. And when I say manifesting, I don't really mean in such an active, forced way. I just feel as though when you pull back and protect yourself and make those most self-loving choices for you, even if there's that fear that somehow you're closing a door of access to this person, it's actually the opposite. I'm hearing the void creates a magnetic vacuum that's actually manifesting in some kind of contact, communication, or movement forward ultimately from this person. So it's a bit ironic, but it's almost like there may be this human fear, like, am I making myself too closed off? Or am I putting up boundaries too strongly or making myself inaccessible to this person? But I'm hearing follow your peace. Like if you feel that it's bringing you the most peace to set these boundaries, to pull back, to focus on yourself, whatever this is, that's a sign that it's in alignment with this pathway that's actually creating this magnetic vacuum that's ultimately going to manifest in communication or movement from this person. But I'm hearing it may happen in a way that is a bit unexpected. It may not happen in the way that you expect or through that outlet or that point of access that you were expecting this person to come through. So I want to know what else I can pull here for you. Is there anything else that wants to come through this reading? I'm hearing something about butterflies being a potential sign here. We also have appreciation in the reverse position and victory reversed. So this is interesting. I feel as though there is this energy of someone not correctly seeing you or not fully appreciating you. Now, for some of you, this may be this particular person that's been coming up in this reading. For others of you, this could be someone connected to them. For some reason, I keep picking up somewhat of a maternal figure. This doesn't have to be a mother, but this feels like a feminine energy that may be very protective around this particular person. And in many cases, they may be the masculine. You may be showing up as a divine feminine here. This is just one potential scenario that I feel is going to be very prevalent in the collective that connects with this reading, but that may not necessarily be for everyone. So only take that if it connects. But I am getting that, first of all, there is this general message coming through that people who are in a state of feeling very hopeless and introspectively so they may be kind of turned inward, reflecting on how they feel as though they failed or that they're not living up to the person they want to be. And there's kind of that negative introspection going on. I'm getting the message that very often these individuals will project that onto you in the form of this lack of appreciation or reciprocity. So these will be the individuals that you will notice. For example, I'm hearing you may be very interested in asking them about their day, about their life, about their work, and it may be noticeable that they aren't really asking you any questions back, that they don't really seem interested in you or interested in your life. And you may have been wondering, like, is there something wrong with me here, or am I misreading this? And what I'm getting is, it's not that they're not interested in what's going on in your life. It's that they have an awareness that you have this really beautiful energy about you and this momentum building in your life. And they know that if they were to ask you more questions about your life, about how you're doing, they know they would hear in your voice. Even if you feel at times like you're struggling or you don't necessarily feel like you're doing that well at the moment, I guarantee you there is this spiritual momentum building in your life. There's this energetic momentum building towards your dreams, towards your visions. And I think deep down, you know that within yourself too, and other people sense it as well. So sometimes the reason people will not meet you with reciprocity, or they'll seem to show this almost lack of interest in you, it's not because they're not interested in you. It's because they know that when you respond, they're going to hear an energy in your voice, that energy of the momentum building, things beginning to happen for you. And it's going to amplify their own feeling of insecurity within themselves. So it's almost like they intentionally will not ask you things because they want to maintain the illusion of having some kind of upper hand. It's almost like a power move subconsciously for some of these individuals. I'm not sure why this is coming through, but I feel like maybe this happened to you recently, or maybe this explains why certain people don't. It's also the people who will actively not compliment you. So they'll almost go out of their way to not praise you or not compliment you or not notice your accomplishments. This is all about them. It's all about an insecurity that they are afraid of triggering within themselves. But the thing is, we are so far beyond those kinds of subconscious power games, because the level that you're operating at really requires you to have community around you that fully sees you, that fully supports you, by the way, in your power, in your success, that sees the things you're doing and creating and cheers you on and actively notices those milestones and notices those successes and congratulates you. I feel like, I know we're kind of veering off course from the original message, but maybe somehow this ties in, because I'm just feeling so strongly that for someone listening, you've almost adapted to having people around you who don't celebrate you, who don't celebrate your successes, your milestones, the moments that you're proud of, or maybe even kind of downplaying your accomplishments because you don't want to trigger anyone else's insecurity. And I feel like someone's guides are bringing through this message because, well, someone's guides are joking, it's only going to get worse, meaning you are only going to thrive even more visibly. You're only going to succeed even more. Your life is on an upward trajectory. So if people are already triggered seeing what's happening in your life, there is no way they're going to be able to bear it when they see how much success is going to come into your life a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, because I just see you on this really, really powerful trajectory when it comes to your manifestations. And I feel at times like you almost have a tendency to energetically accidentally slow down or block some of your blessings, some of your manifestations, because you downplay yourself in order not to trigger other people. And of course, this comes from a really soft, beautiful, tender place within yourself, because I feel this occurs because of how empathic you are, because you're able to sense other people's reactions to you. But I'm also just getting a very strong message of, at this phase of your journey, with how many powerful things you are upon and how much it's going to continue to grow, it's so essential for you to surround yourself with people who genuinely support you and genuinely celebrate you. You truly deserve that. And again, I know this was a bit of a side message. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I also feel that if you're in a state where you're aware of that, you're aware that you want those mutually supportive friendships or connections, but you haven't yet manifested that in, maybe this is a sign to keep holding out for that, because I see that being something that you are manifesting in as you are aligned with this very high vibrational timeline, which, by the way, if this reading has come across your feed, I feel that in itself is a sign of confirmation that you are in alignment with a very high vibrational timeline. And I see that confirmed with the Temple Path card in the upright position. And if you do want help continuing to stay aligned with your personal highest vibrational timeline, which carries with it the manifestations that you desire in all areas of your life, I recommend checking out my highest vibrational timeline Subliminal from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. This is one that I've personally been using almost every day because I find it really helps to magnetize my energy for the things I desire and helps to keep me in a higher vibrational place when it comes to my manifesting processes and practices. So I know many of you have seen positive results from it as well, but if you don't yet have my Subliminals app, you can download it by clicking the direct download link in the pinned comment and description box. You can try it out for free when you sign up for a free trial account in the app. So of course, within the app, there are subliminals to help you reprogram your subconscious mind and manifest your desires in all areas of your life. And you can create your own private custom playlists in the app as well. So again, the link to get the app is underneath this video. But I'm going to go ahead and close the reading here. I do hope a message here reached you. If so, I would love to have you here on the channel. Feel free to subscribe and join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And otherwise, I am sending you huge amounts of love and light energy. Have an amazing remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.